Jeez.
Welcome to Troy, Alabama. A lot of fans might think that running through the tee is reserved for the Volunteers of Tennessee. But the Trojans here at the Vet would strongly disagree as we are set for a showdown on the Wiregrass. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the Old Dominion Monarchs taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Monarchs offense will start this game off. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll keep it on the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Such a big decision early in the game when you're opening drive, 3rd and short, you run it, you don't pick it up.
We finally got a break. Finally.
I'm not going to be surprised.
Take the field for the first time.
And we got the win in the 4th quarter. So the freshman, the sophomore, he doing his thing. He tossing the ball around, playing a little pitch and catch, you know. And last game with like last play, 2.3 seconds left. We got I think 16 yards for a touchdown, or it's either 16 or 26. He scrambles out, he throws the ball, you know, going against the wind from right to left. He threw to the right, and here's where it gets real crazy.
Didn't make it any
Ball in the crowd, players on the ground. The ball lands next to him. He grabs it and just tucks. Refs, they talking about it. What did you see? All I saw was him with the ball in his hand. Touchdown, game over. Walk off, 27-25. Yeah. Yeah. I came down from the top of the press box to just get rid of stuff because I'm like, it's 2.3. Hey, you know what? I stood outside and everybody stood in my way, and all I saw was a kid with the ball in his hands shaking like he you know, fighting people off. I'm like, I saw the ref's hands go up. I'm like, oh shit! I ran back into the press box and was getting ready to go upstairs. Like, holy shit, boy. So we stole one. That was number 10 in the state.
Get your feet set at the sticks.
Yeah. So next week we got number 16.
Nice execution by this defense.
So, man, it's it's getting real. But we sitting there like, we've been getting the short end for weeks. And to have some shit finally come in your favor, like, that shit is crazy. Hell yeah.
He was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fires to the big fella. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Complete downfield. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Monarchs want to pick up the tempo. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Nobody pulled up.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride.
Let me tell you how bad we were getting bad spots. A punter
they can contain this running
on it was gonna do a
didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9.
Rugby kicks. He scrambled. He's across the line.
Discards a man.
And wow.
Got some room and the goal line.
The ball up. No. Fuck. He's across. I'm looking at it. I'm up top, so we got bird's eye view. He's across the sticks. They marked him a yard back. And then they talked about it, and then they moved him a half yard up. Still short. Like, but then on the flip side, they scrambling. They get knocked and tackled 2 yards before the sticks. They moved them up 3 yards for a first. Man, it was so bad out there.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked.
Man.
They need to put something together here.
Bro, I just got home.
On that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath.
Yeah.
Playing like a unit on this drive.
And I was fucking an hour away from home.
They come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Beckham. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Yep.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
At the 40, there he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. On the ground, it's Frazier. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically.
Damn.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter.
Right.
We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Pulls it in. It's locked. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Monarchs! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He's looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And the Monarchs racing to the line in a hurry-up. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Handoff from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Monarchs decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is...
And they got him for the sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Pulls it and fires to the
break
left.
tackle.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that run.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this
reading the
lead
caption.
the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap.
Cassie sent me a picture of a birthday outfit. I was sitting there, I'm like, boy, you make me want to just leave. Leave this game and come get up with you.
Offense and an empty
Like,
set.
Lord.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Frazier. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Big 1st down sack.
That's dead, sir. Yeah, you had a long ass day.
He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Doyle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout is called, and this
They gotta be we got a freshman game tomorrow morning. They'll be at 8.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that ball is picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Nope. Me and Tess, we're going out of town till
Guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that
Monday.
in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyway.
My parents got a resort like an hour away from here.
They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. He'll set up to throw.
Yeah. So we got night. She like to do nature stuff. So
Third and long
we're gonna
situation. They
do
try
a
to go
walk over at
screen. I think
one
they
of
were
the national
hoping it was going
parks
to be a
in
big zone
Illinois.
and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense
Gonna do some
sniffed it
get
out,
a couple
forcing the
massage.
incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop on this return. They'll mark
We're
it
gonna
at
do
the
a
30.
seafood spread tomorrow for
ODU
dinner.
ready to send the offense back onto the field.
And
Boy,
then
they had
Sunday
that
we're
last
gonna do a whole
drive
bunch of
moving
other
a
shit.
little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a quick rhythm throw there and
Man, go
really
get you
good
some
use
rest.
of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find
Hey,
anything.
man.
Get the easy gain. Don't take a
Yep,
shot down the
later.
field all the time. Take those shots later, and take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Got the quick pass. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He's got it inside the 25.
Come on.
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, ODU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. Quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
He wants to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Plows through the defense. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Oh, I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. They're usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action, slide him, give him the rock.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Off play action. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. To the ground to try to move the chains. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Come on, defense. You can't forget about the fullback. I know you don't see him too often, but this is a guy that can make plays, and on that one, he catches it for a 1st down.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They feed him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Troy. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Arkansas State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And the Monarchs have enough for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He'll keep it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And David, how demoralizing does it defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
On the run, it's Frazier. Bulls his way forward. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. A third down play to open up this quarter. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Monarchs will call on their punt team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Takes a handoff. It's Frazier. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me? And
mismatches, and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Trying to slam in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throws to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wide receiver shows timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I think if your offense here, the game... One play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. They get through, and it's blocked. And they got it. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beat.
Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, they've thrown two straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Fires to the middle. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. 3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are done. And listen, I don't know what they do really well. This is bad. 3 losses in a row. It's not good. They got to figure something out, but it's a long season still. There's still a lot of room to find some positive, Jesse. Maybe throughout the way, there's going to be something happens that's positive.
So you're saying there's a chance. I like it. Always positive. Glass half full, Dave. But listen, I don't think they can fix everything in one week. I think this team needs to go back to the drawing board. They need to focus on one specific area of their football team to try to improve on and get this thing going.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.